what, YouTubers? We've changed the setting so it's equally as dark as yesterday, but should be able to actually see me today. Oh, yeah. So today, as you can tell from the title, we're going to talk about ideal height and weight and wingspan, I don't know, of rowers. But first, I gotta go inside and get changed. It's a bit windy actually. We're going on the water, so let's get to it. And we've made it outside after that session. That wasn't actually Robson and I because the GoPro didn't make it to the boat, but that's okay. And now it's time to go into the club and fuel up because remember, food is fuel.
6:24, so.
And we've made it into the crew room for breakfast. Got the breaded egg toast, and we're having a discussion about men and women's world record 2Ks, which is pertinent to today's subject of the vlog, of ideal weights and sizes for a rower. Robson, are you the ideal size for a rower?
Absolutely.
So Robson's 7'1", he's 130 kilos, and he says it's not ideal. So I wonder what is. But first we've got to fuel up, because food is fuel. And post-breakfast we've made it to the house again, picking up my bike for Robson to cycle. And then I'm going to hop on the erg, oh yeah, but while we're at the house, the drilling man came to drill a hole so we can get water in the house, oh yeah! But now we're going back to the club to get back to training. Let's get to it. And now it's time to go play on the erg. Oh yeah, let's get to it. And we've made it into the crew room for lunch. Oh yeah, got some delicious roast beef on this wonderful Wednesday. Forgot to put the camera on at the start of the piece on the erg, so you caught the last part of it when I was already in a hole in the pain cave with Mr. Harper. Hello. Hello. But now it's time to fuel up after a wonderful session, so let's get to it. And we've made it outside of the club after a wonderful fueling up session. Went shopping, got some new clothes, some new velvet numbers. Absolutely fantastic. But we're gonna walk into town and see if we can get a drill with Fraser, and then we can discuss a little bit about height and weights of rowers. All right. Fraser, ideal height and weight for a rower.
6'5", 96 kilos.
The lads going fishing on the stretch at Henley on Thames. On the Thames. Ideal as a big trucks pass! Oh my goodness me! And what? Ideal And now that the massive trucks are past, what is the ideal height and weight for a rower? Well, the secret answer is, there is no secret answer. Because you see loads of people who are loads of different heights, loads of different weights, and they all perform very well, especially when you go to the World Championships. You see people that are 7 foot tall and they're really fast. You see people who are 6 foot tall and they're really fast. You see people at 110 kilos, they're really fast. You see people at 70 kilos and they're really fast. So it can all really depend and vary on who you are and how your body reacts to different things. So for me, I am approximately 204.5 centimeters switching units and 100 and, depending on the day, between 103 and 108 kilos. And that is me. That doesn't mean you should be that tall or you should be that heavy. It just depends on your body and what it needs, what it works best at. You have guys like Josh Dunkley-Smith on the Australian team. He broke the world record on the 2K. He is about 6'3", not going to convert that to centimeters, and he went 5:35 on the 2K. That is faster than my 2K by about a split-ish. But he is significantly shorter than me, so why should it matter what height people are? Especially in rowing. Rowing is all about being fast on the water, and that can be disadvantageable if you are tall. It can be quite difficult to control your body when you're got about 7 foot of body hanging over and your center of gravity is quite high, so it could actually be quite advantageous to be shorter. But then of course when you're taller you have the advantage of longer levers, but if you can't take advantage of those levers, another disadvantage. So again, it can vary from who you are. But now we're going to go in and see if we can buy a drill to drill stuff in the new house. Oh yeah! And we're back at the club just after getting some equipment to do some DIY in the house. Fraser wants to drill some holes in the walls and put some shelves up. But like I was saying about, let's put the camera down. Like I was saying about the height and weight of a rower, it's not really specific. It can really depend on you as an individual, your training methods and all that. I know a lot of people that are smaller than me, taller than me, better than me, slower than me. So it just depends on you, on your training, and really it depends on how much you want to put into it. Rowing is a lot about effort and time and really going to town on that. People that spend more time in the sport generally get better if, of course, training in the right way for that person. So that could be a big thing, but I think that is really it on the ideal height for a rower, the ideal weight for a rower. There isn't really an ideal per se. You can't really say it's tall and this weight or smaller and this weight. Some people argue that it's around 85 kilos and around sort of like 6'3"-ish, but it can all depend, like I said, on you yourself. You can be a lot stronger with a bigger frame in theory, but then you're lighter and you're pulling less weight if you're smaller. So all these things come into account, and it makes a big difference when you're on the water as well, when it's a bit shaky and you really have to control that body weight, whether it's lighter or heavier. And we have a lot of cars going around, but that will be it for the end of the episode today. Hopefully you enjoyed it. Let me know in the comments below if you agree with me on if there's not really a specific ideal, or whether you think there is definitely an ideal and what that ideal may be. And remember, subscribe if you haven't already, hit that like button, and have a good one.